Hello everyone, welcome to PHTV Channel 4 in Palos Heights. I'm Sue Jankowski and this is our travel show. This show, Kathy Janens from Touch of Class in Worth, travel agency, comes in. She brings us some great guests, which she has done today. Kathy, thanks for coming.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
As always, bringing us some great ideas. And our guest today is Sarah Schiller. Sarah, welcome to the program today.
Thank you. I'm excited. Thank
you. Oh, you're so welcome. We're excited too. Sarah comes to us from Iberostar, and she's the business development manager of Midwest area, and we're really excited to hear all about Iberostar. I've heard of that before. Maybe you have too. So we're going to learn some great things about vacations, and you know, everyone is always planning something sometime, whether it's 6 months from now, or a year from now, or 2 weeks from now. You're planning some sort of vacation, and we're going to look at Iberostar and see what kind of great things they have there too. So Sarah, if you could tell us a little bit about it's the hotels and resorts. Mm-hmm. So what can we expect with making that our destination, one of their facilities?
So we are a Spanish company out of Mallorca, Spain. So we have properties in the Caribbean, Mexico, so Jamaica, Dominican Republic, as well as Mexico, as I mentioned. And we also have properties in Europe. So we got a lot of great product, and they're all kind of sectioned off into different things. So we have our grand properties, which are adults only luxury brand. It looks like it's your favorite one.
I like that part.
And then we have our selection properties, which has so many different options. It's kind of our in-between our regular Iberostar brand and our grand properties. So like I said, we have a lot of different product. But today I wanted to focus a little bit more on our newest product, which is our newest Cancun Star Prestige Tower that we just opened in Mexico this past fall. We built it right on our Cancun property. It's over 150 oceanfront rooms, and it's all adults only. So
that's two of my favorites: oceanfront and adults only.
And it's brand new, so it's going to have all the bells and whistles that maybe a lot of viewers are looking for. So okay, we decide we want to go to that new property. What are we going to find there?
There is so much to find there. It's really centrally located. It's about 15 minutes away from the airport. So it is in the hotel zone.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
And I know a lot of people have been talking about seaweed, no seaweed. Typically in Cancun, you don't find as much seaweed as you do in the Riviera Maya area. Yeah. So it's a great beach area, as well as all of the things that we have to offer on the complex. We have a bunch of fun activities for kids, a star camp, and then a bunch of things to keep all of our guests engaged as well.
Okay, wait a minute. Activities for kids. Mm-hmm. So it was an adult-only place.
This particular tower is the Cancun hotel that we have, the resort that we have there is family friendly.
Okay, so it's divided into like two parts. So one is for adults and one is for families. And do they share like the swimming pool?
So at the adults only property, we actually only, the adults are only allowed to use this particular pool, or they can go over to the Cancun property that was already built. But unfortunately, Cancun property cannot use any of the amenities at the Star Prestige Tower.
Well, I'm not sure that's unfortunate.
Well, it depends.
I agree with you. I don't think it is.
Well, what's good though is it sounds like you could go as a big family. And the families that have children could still be there with you, and you could go swim with them or whatever, but you could also get some quiet time and be at the other property if you're just adults. So that sounds like it's perfect, really. Okay, so you're saying you're getting a lot of beach activity there. There's things for the children there, which is great if you've got a family.
Shopping in the Cancun.
Shopping. Yeah.
Really, there's shopping there. They're shopping there. Okay, what are we shopping for?
They have just about everything in the Cancun hotel zone. There's a lot to do in that area, and then of course there's shops on site as well.
Okay, now are these like all-inclusive type places?
Yeah.
Okay, so all-inclusive. What can we find as our meals or a drink plan or that sort of thing?
Drinks are all obviously included, and top shelf liquor. at the Star Prestige Tower. And then, of course, all the meals are included as well. Snacks during the meantime if you ever get hungry throughout the day, but obviously breakfast, lunch, and dinner as well.
Okay.
Room service at all? Sarah?
Room service, yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right.
Yeah,
A
room
lot of
service
people like room service. They
Yeah.
really do. Especially if they spend the whole day out in the sun and just don't feel like getting dressed again to go for dinner.
Right.
That's the other thing, real fast. Men, long pants for dinner?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Sorry, just
Okay.
yeah,
So bring a pair of slacks
for men.
Yeah, and you know, something nice for the ladies. They wouldn't want to walk
Like
in
this?
shorts.
I told you.
Like this. She wants to take my top. Okay, so you know, you can do that. You can just relax on the beach. Are there like any kind of like water activities that are available, like scuba diving or not scuba diving, snorkeling, that type of thing?
Yeah, we do have water activities that are included as well at both the properties, the Star Prestige Tower and the other one as well.
The non-motorized again? Okay.
Yes.
Which,
What does that mean?
that means like if you wanted to go diving, diving is not included because you have to get a motor to the dive site.
Oh, okay.
That kind of, you can do boogie boards, you can do sunfish, that kind of stuff, but anything that would require a jet ski would not be included.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But everything else is included. So it's enough. There really is enough to keep everybody busy doing something that they would like to do.
Yeah. Does it seem like, I mean, I guess everybody has a different level of activity, but some of these type of vacations, I think, you know, people are looking sometimes for just like, I'm
Nothing.
sitting on the beach,
Yeah,
I'm
I
looking
agree.
at the pool,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to relax, and that sounds like an
That's-
ideal place
And they
to
have
do
a
that.
lot of like great views and everything. I have, maybe we could show some pictures, but I do have, you know, what it looks like, as well as like a little rooftop terrace. If you get one of the suites at the top, there's a staircase that spirals up into like a private little
Oh,
area. So that's
okay.
nice as well.
That's
Yeah.
very
It's like a
nice.
little
So there's
jacuzzi area.
choices
Yeah.
about what you can have, and I see some of these pictures. Yeah, that it's really very luxurious to sit there, and also some of those pool areas look like they have like cabanas and that kind of thing. So
Right.
you can be in the sun or not in the sun. and
Exactly.
all of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds gorgeous.
Yeah.
What else can we go to?
I also wanted to talk about our Riviera Maya complex because we did recently renovate our Star Camp for the kids. So that's for kids ages 4 to 17, which is awesome. We have it broken down into different age brackets. So it's 4 to 7 years old, and then 8 to 12 years old, and then 13 to 17. So there's something for everyone. They all have their own little spaces, things to do, and then they have over 150 activities for the kids. So when the
cow.
adults want to sneak away and have, you know, their own alone time, have a few drinks at the swim up bar, the kids, you know, they're safe with the
people from
employees
there,
at the,
yeah,
at the
okay.
resorts.
Okay. Well, that's nice too, because sometimes the parents may want a little, you know, evening
Me
to have
time.
dinner and so
Exactly.
forth.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, they have
And-
cooking classes. I'm trying to think of like some of the other activities that they have going on there. Of course, we're part of a wave of change, you know, protecting our environment and everything. So they have a bunch of fun activities to educate the kids on that without it being too educational on a vacation.
Yeah, make it fun still.
Exactly.
They're not out there just cleaning up the beach, right?
Does Cancun have that same tax now that Riviera Maya has? That environmental tax for the beach? Okay.
I believe so.
Okay,
Yeah, I believe
yeah.
so in Mexico.
There's they just installed it maybe a year or so ago, which we cannot, as travel agents, collect that. That has to be collected at the hotel. They have to pay it there. It's not a very big tax. It's a small tax. If it's $1 a person, it really is very little to maintain the beaches, which I think is a great thing. I mean, I'm sorry. The more we use the beaches, the more it can get damaged and erode and whatnot. So for them to do that, I think that was a great idea.
Well, I mean, lately on the news, they're really bringing to light all the problems that, you know, the
Yes.
ocean and stuff is
Yes.
having with all the debris and so forth. So that is a good thing. And it is a very, very small price to pay. To
Oh,
keep-
it is.
you know,
It's like
keep it.
I think it's $1 a person a night or
It's
something.
not a lot,
It's not
yeah.
a lot at all. And there's another company. Sorry to interrupt this. I think it's called 4Ocean. That this is all what they do is clean up the beaches, the waters, and whatnot. And they will show you the tons of plastic that they collect, the ones from cans and bottles and whatnot. And they said that can kill whales and porpoises and
And the
anything
sea
else.
turtles
Sea
and-
turtles, because they can't. once they get caught in it, they can't get out of
Something
it.
they can do, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we're so
Yeah.
excited about our movement with the wave of change and protecting our environment and the coral reefs, obviously. Sustainable fishing is a big thing at our resorts as well, and only offering what we can fish out and cook that. And then, of course, recycling and the going away with plastic, because that's a big deal as well.
That
It is.
hurts.
That's
That
good.
hurts the entire
That's good.
environment.
But
Yeah.
it's good to know, like, all kinds of groups are thinking about it. And so the resort is thinking that, hey, we're right on the beach. We got to, be aware and
Exactly.
be cognizant that we
Take
should
care
be
of
doing
it.
something. Yeah. Okay, so that's a great thing. Now, this brochure is just full of places. So, I mean, there's so many destinations that you can go to.
And that's without our Europe properties on there. So we're hoping to eventually get, something that has all of our Europe properties, all of our Caribbean properties, Mexico, everything, just so that, everyone's aware of everything that we have to offer, because we do have a lot of options.
Okay.
We do have a new hotel opening in Rome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, right on near the Fountain of Trevi. So it's going to be opening in July. So
Cool.
a lot of them are great for pre and post cruises. I know cruising is a big thing right now. Europe is a big thing. So we have a lot of great options.
Oh,
That's cool.
That's
That's
great.
cool. Yeah.
So, if you wanted to know, like, where the Europe properties are, because this brochure is kind of focusing on those, warm,
Caribbean
beachy,
kind of
Caribbean
things,
type
yeah.
things,
Yeah.
then they can contact Kathy, and she
Definitely.
would be able to tell them, what other places they can go to. And you're right. I mean, if you're cruising somewhere in Europe or Spain or wherever, you do sometimes
You want a poster,
a
yes.
poster. You're
Or a
over
pre-
there. You
yeah,
you
you're
maybe
there.
want to do that.
The most expensive part is getting there, the flight to get there. Once you're there, let me enjoy this a little bit. So I take a pre-night or two before I go on the ship, or a post. It's a good idea. I mean, it really is. You're there.
It doesn't really even add that much to your
No,
cost.
not at all.
To do
Not
it,
at all.
make your trip a little bit better.
Sure.
A little bit longer.
Extend it. Yeah, extend it a little bit.
So
Absolutely.
I'm noticing that in Cancun or Riviera Maya, well, Dominican Republic too, there's more than one location that you can go to. So it's like, do they have different things offered at different locations? How do you decide where you want to go?
It kind of just depends. Like we've talked about, Kathy's probably the best person to go to as far as travel agents and finding out what specifically a client is wanting to do and what we have to offer at each of our resorts, because each of them are different, and the best way is to just stay informed and know what's going on at each property. So the Mexico Riviera Maya complex is huge. We have about 5 resorts all in one. You could kind of go around to each different one depending on which resort you're staying
Okay.
at. Maya and Lindo are going to be pretty
The
similar.
sister, yeah.
Yep. And then, of course, we have the beach, Del Mar, and then the Grand there as well. So we have, that's a pretty big property for itself. And then Dominican Republic's kind of the same way. We have 3 resorts right next to each other. Or no, 4, I'm sorry.
We lost one in there.
We have Punta Cana, Dominicana,
Bavaro.
Bavaro, and
Bavaro,
Punta
yeah.
the Grand.
Right?
And the Bavaro is the best beach that there is there in Punta Cana. It's just incredible. So yeah, that's cool that you guys got that whole area there.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
And then,
Yeah.
since we're bringing that up, we are renovating those rooms as well. So we're
Okay.
going to have a little Star Prestige area there as well, renovating the rooms, kind of going for more of a modernized look like the rooms that we did in Cancun. And then a Star Prestige area, which the Star Prestige is kind of like a club. It has upgraded amenities, private check-in and check-out. What else do we have there? The private areas on the beach, and then, of course, lounges throughout the property as
Okay,
well.
and that's like another level that you can say, I want this special kind of thing that
Correct.
I'll have this all this privacy.
It's
or
another room
whatever.
category.
It's another room category. Okay, so you can do that. Now I'm seeing here that Iberostar has been around a long, long time. 120 years of success. That's pretty amazing.
Yikes. I didn't know it was that long. Yeah.
I mean, that's what
Yeah.
it says. That's a really long time that they've been. So
They
it
should be
sounds
proud.
like,
And it's family
yeah.
owned. It's always been within the family too.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
Wow.
It sounds like
I didn't
you
know
know,
that.
you're pretty
Yeah.
guaranteed of, you know, being able to get there. You know, sometimes I think people worry about, okay, I'm going somewhere. Is it like valid? Is it real?
Yeah,
Is it,
yeah,
you know, is it going
yeah.
to be what I think it's going
Yeah.
to be? But when something has been in operation for that length of time, I think
You
you're pretty
know, yeah.
guaranteed that it's going to be really great for, you know, families or for
I'm
adults.
sorry. The hotels too in the Riviera Maya in your complex, it's the same kind of an idea. You can't go to the Grand if you're staying at these, correct? Like Iberostar, Del Mar, or whatever.
Right. So if
Yeah.
you're the higher up you stay, the more you can go to. Obviously, if you're staying at the Grand, you can go to any of the
More flexibility
properties
you
there.
have.
If you're staying at Maya or Lindo, you can go to Del Mar or Beach. But Del Mar and Beach don't have access to go up to, you know, Grand or something.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it has its benefits of staying at the Grand or, you know, a selection property.
Yeah. Okay. So that you might want to think about that, like judging, like what will I want to do,
Right.
and would I want to travel to these other hotels and stuff. Actually, when you're away like that, it's nice to go at least check out the other ones and think,
yeah,
oh,
I
maybe
think
I'll
so.
go there
oh,
next
sure.
time.
Yeah,
You know,
and I think it's.
yeah, spend
Can
a
you
day doing
eat
that.
at those other hotels too?
As long as you are paying for the Grand or the selection properties, you can eat at wherever. you like.
Wherever you're at that time.
Okay.
That's
Is there
cool.
transportation from one to another?
Yep, we have little golf carts that'll take you from each area. You know, if you have difficulties walking, or you know, you just like
Don't
to
wanna
relax,
walk.
like me on vacation. So yeah, it's very convenient. You
Okay.
just call the concierge and they'll come pick you up either at your room area, or they can pick you up at the front of the resort and take you to the other.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so how do we get from the airport to the hotel? Is there like a shuttle service? Is that okay? You're going to shuttle us
Yeah.
there.
I'm going to take you, pick you up, and take
Yeah.
you. That would be included. The packages that we set up, the transfers to and from the airport are included, and also the services of that representative at the hotel. I can't say he's going to be there all day long, but they do have a desk there that they can set up tours for. If you want to go to Playa del Carmen for the day, if you want to take the ferry over to Cozumel for the day, whatever you choose, they can help you get that set up. Playa del Carmen is kind of cool because it's a city that has all these shops, and one whole street is Fifth Avenue, and there's no cars can go down it.
No, that's fun.
Oh yeah, it's all shopping. Anyway, they can set it up with a taxi driver for you that will sit and wait at the beginning of the street for you. So you tell him, we'll be gone, whatever, 4 hours or whatever, and he'll be there when you get back.
Oh, that's nice.
It is
Yeah,
very
you don't
nice
have to be
because then you
concerned
feel
about how you're going to get
exactly.
transportation.
You feel a little bit more comfortable
Yeah.
that it's the same person that brought you,
Yeah.
and it's going to take you back.
Yeah, very good.
So you can do a lot of those things like that. It's really a neat area. It really is very, very pretty.
Well, if you're interested in going this route, it sounds beautiful. The pictures are gorgeous. And Kathy can tell you more about that. And if she doesn't know the answer, she can tell me.
Of course, that's the
She
best
knows
part
the
about it
answer.
is the relationships
Yes.
and being able
Yes.
to reach out right away, because we do have, you know,
'Cause there's things that-
information.
yeah.
And if we don't, we get it, you know, from what we need to get, and we provide it right away. You know, it's not something that you have to
You have
wait
to
on or
ponder about
anything.
forever. Kathy, you want to give your
I just-
address and phone number?
I have one more thing to
Okay.
throw in here. Just be a second. Guys, please understand, right now, because of the grounding of those 737 MAX 8s, there's a lot of different flight changers. There's a lot of different planes that can't go here. They're cutting back on service in certain areas. So if you're considering going on a vacation in Mexico, the Dominican Republic, whatever, don't wait, because it gets booked so fast because they're back on planes right now. They just are. They're not flying yet.
There's
I
not as
honestly-
many flights as there were.
Yeah, I just don't know when they're going to be flying at
Yeah,
all.
not for a
So,
while.
yeah, please. Anyway, okay, I'm Class Act Travel in Worth at 111th and Worth Avenue. The phone number is 708-448-6560. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 1. And evenings, if you need it, just call up and tell me, I need it in the evening. I'm going to be there in the evening. That's just fine. I'll stick around for you, okay? Thanks.
Sounds good. Well, thank you, Sarah, for bringing us this information.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate
well,
having
you're
me.
so welcome. And you know what's better than planning a vacation? Not much. Except going on the vacation, I guess. So enjoy yourself. Contact Kathy if you need to make plans for a great vacation, and we'll see you next month when we plan another great time for you. Bye bye.